Today we're going to be talking about a relatively cool product, and this particular product is made by ZOOYL. ZOOYL is a relatively small company, and they're basically creating innovative products that make everyday things better. And this particular product is no exception because it makes adding a vent to a gas can very easy. Now in the past I've showed you these caps here, and they work pretty simple. You drill a hole, you shove them in, and they just kind of clip like that. The problem with these are they're not watertight, so if you leave these out in the weather, sometimes water can seep around this and get into the fuel and contaminate it. And the cap over the time ends up just not fastening well at all, and you just can't keep it closed. ZOOYL's answer to this is pretty cool. Basically, they have a stainless vent that's never going to rest on you. There is a rubber gasket on the bottom, and take a look at these tapered threads. The threads are tapered into a cone shape. That way, when you tighten it into the hole that you drill with the existing drill bit that they include, it tightens up really well, and it's just not going to go anywhere. If you look at the top of the vent, you can see that they have put a place to use a regular screwdriver so you can tighten it up with ease. And then there is a rubber cap with a keeper that snaps into place. ZOOYL calls this product the Air Ducky. They like to name their products after animals, and I think that's pretty cool. So we'll refer to this as the Air Ducky from now on, and I will put a link down below in case you're interested in buying one. So after seeing this product, I thought it would be kind of fun to take a standard gas can. This happens to be a Midwest gas can. I kind of like their spouts better than most. And we're going to use the Air Ducky, put it in the top of the can, and we're going to make some minor modifications to this can to make it the ultimate gas can. The first thing we need to do is to drill a hole in our gas can. Now, I would not drill it right on the seam. Personally, I'm going to drill mine just a little offset, and I'm going to put it as high on the can as I can where there is still a flat spot. So right here seems to be the perfect spot for my can. Now, because of the tapered threads, it's going to fit into that hole really easy. We're going to take a regular screwdriver and tighten the valve in place. And the more you tighten it into place, the tighter it will fit. And basically, you're going to tighten it up until you just start to crush the rubber washer on the bottom. This will ensure an airtight seal. So every time you use this can and you want to vent it, all you got to do is pull the little rubber cap off, and now the can is vented. And when you're done, you can put the cap back on. If there was ever an issue where this can would swell and pressurize, it would simply just blow this rubber cap off. So the can is still safe to use. Now, traditionally, the way these cans are supposed to vent is there is a small tube inside a big tube. In theory, the volume coming out of the big portion of the tube will create a little bit of a vacuum on the inside tube, and it should vent. However, they really never vent well, and it's extremely slow to pour fuel out of a gas can that does not have a proper vent. The Midwest gas cans also have this strainer. It's actually a flash suppressant that gets into your way when you're trying to fill it. And a quick and easy way to remove this is to put a screwdriver and kind of bend it back like this. Then you can take a pair of needle nose pliers, reach in there and give it a good twist, and eventually it'll come right out. The next problem with these gas cans is the locking cap sometimes gets in the way and it doesn't clear this particular notch, and it makes it very difficult sometimes to get the cap off. That's an easy fix with a pair of side cuts. And now that will never be a problem. In this mechanism, you're supposed to press down, which allows this to collapse on itself, and quite frankly, this always gets in my way as well. So we're gonna take a pair of pliers, break that right off. So as you can see with the Air Ducky in place, we have a proper vent. With all the modifications to the spout, we can now fill the can without any issues. There's no button that you have to fumble around with to collapse the spout to open it up. And the little locking mechanism that just gets in your way is no longer a problem. You have the ultimate gas can that does not cost an arm and a leg. So how well does our gas can work now? Well, it works really well. We pull the cap off of the Air Ducky, we pull the cap off of the gas can, and once you collapse the spout, we have extremely good flow. Again, this product is called the Air Ducky, and I will put a link down below in case you're interested. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos, and at the very least, you might be entertained.